On the 29th of May 2023, the YouTube account Svok Fh was created and uploaded its first video. This video is strange, but even stranger, throughout this video, we are being talked to by two people called J and G, with J using text on screen to communicate, and G using the captions of the video. Here is what they wrote. It worked! Hello? I need you to help us. I can't tell you everything right now, but don't trust him. I know this seems like a cliche. The video, no sound, text on screen, everything. Please listen. But it's not, I promise. Please look out for something on the 17th of July. Thank you. He used our names, but more of mine. July 17th, remember. So, who are J and G? And why are they only using text to communicate rather than just speaking to us? Maybe they're trying to run from something or someone? Maybe he who used their names? That might be likely since they're using initials rather than their actual names. Whatever it is, they need our help. And something is going to happen on the 17th of July. To fully understand what's going on, we must dig deeper. But before we do that, if you've not seen this ARG before, I do suggest you check it out on your own first, as the creator has done a great job at crafting a truly captivating story that I've had a lot of fun exploring, and I would feel terrible not letting more people discover this project. So the links for the Svok Fh YouTube channel, TikTok and Twitter will all be in the description. As well as a link to the creator's Twitter, they have a bunch of behind the scenes posts which I find really interesting. And since this is an ongoing ARG, and this is the first part of my series covering it, you can finish this first part and start following the trail where I left off. So with that being said, let's begin. And so we begin. 2. June 7th, 2020. Don't be fooled, even though the title says 2, I believe this is the first thing to take place chronologically, due to the date in the description reading June 7th, 2020, putting us before the events of the first video. This video starts out with Jay ordering a drink from a cafe.
Hello, welcome in. What would you like to order today?
Could I just get a one fog?
Alright, grande lemon fog.
Could I actually make that eventually, please?
And then it cuts to Jay filming out of a car window, similar to the first video. All seems fine until this happens.
Man, I don't want to be here tonight.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. What? This part of the video has Jay and, I'm going to assume G, exploring an abandoned building at night. We aren't told why they had to go there at night, but G's comment of,
I don't want to be here tonight.
suggests they had to for some reason. Before they fully go into the abandoned building, they go back to their car to get their masks because of fear of asbestos. Jay offhandedly says,
Have fun getting kidnapped. You're not going to invite yourself, huh?
Do not say that's a possibility.
but then Jay doubles down and says,
I wouldn't put it past our town.
suggesting something of that nature has happened before. Not a lot actually happens in the building. They go and explore, finding Logan Paul's prime in the bathroom, which is honestly the true horror of this ARG. They go ahead and find Master Chief's helmet on the ground, all while defending themselves from the molded.
Now I'm fuck!
But believe it or not, the real meat is actually when they leave the abandoned building. We get told their plan is to come back in the morning.
Oh, so what's your plan in here?
What's my plan?
Yeah.
Come back in the morning.
And also, G mentions a character we do not know yet, called Brianna, and how she wanted to find the hidden road.
You know what? You know what the most scariest drive I ever had was?
Huh.
When we were
Going to Gothic?
no, when we're with Brianna. We're coming back from Grand Junction and she wanted to try to find that fucking road.
The hidden road, and it kept going longer and longer.
Longer and longer, and then we saw like the most freakiest, weirdest cow.
I mean, the cows wasn't, like, it wasn't the cow's fault, but at the same time, that cow was kind of freaky.
There was like a lot of freaky shit going on, and then I was like, well, can we just
Well, it's
go
just the
back?
fact that we literally were driving for like, what, 30 minutes, and we stayed in the same fucking spot.
Well, it's not even that. The fucking road just kept going, and then I went to like a one-way. I went, oh, can we please go back? Like, I don't want to be in this road anymore. It's creepy.
But right after that, Jay starts saying how the creepiest thing they've seen, in his opinion, was finding a scientist's notebook in the Gothic. That being Gothic in Gunnison, Colorado, which is a ghost town and site of the Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory. We are told that the notebook went into detail about what's going on in their area. They also comment on how something like Stranger Things might be happening in their small town.
I think the creepiest thing that we've seen was the scientist's notebook in the Gothic. Going in, like, explicit detail about literally everything that's going on. With, like, the bees and the flowers and stuff like that.
That was cool. Gothic was weird. I don't know why there's a lot of biologists now. I mean,
it's just like we have, like, a fucking Stranger Things fucking thing happening.
The only other thing of note is that G apparently went through a psychotic episode.
With you?
No. It was one of the times where you're going through your episode.
My second episode.
Yeah.
I don't believe the contents of this video are what caused the first Svok FH video to be made. I believe this video is to introduce the characters and build the world around them, showing us the characters J and G interacting, the scientist's notebook, Brianna, the hidden path, the strange animals, and we are set in Gunnison, Colorado, and the Gothic could be involved. Now, if you have seen this ARG, you're probably thinking I missed out on some stuff, like how the name Brianna was cut out of the video, as well as text on screen. But since this video was edited in 2023, rather than 2020, I'll be talking about the edits later on. Now for the 26th of May, 2022. What, that is a gigantic time skip. What on earth happened? So about 2 years and 12 days later after the filming of 2, the J and G Twitter account starts posting. Here are all the tweets in order. I messaged him to start a channel. He said yes, it's gonna be so fun. Until the camera. Maybe I should. Soon you'll see it. I couldn't stop it, I'm sorry. If you knew what I did, would you still like me? I believe I did it for a good reason. Hopefully when I release it, it will go unnoticed by everyone, but I have to at least show them. Now, I believe it is G posting these tweets, because of evidence we'll discuss later on. These last 3 tweets seem like an apology and a message to J. Maybe G did something or let something happen that caused the beginning of Svok FH. Now, in theory, this incident would have happened between January 9th and January 18th. 57 days later, and we're back where we started. We are back to the 29th of May, 2023. On this day, not only the Svok FH YouTube channel was created, but also the TikTok Svok J, as well as the Twitter account FH Svok 25187. The TikTok has a message from Jay saying, "It just only begun." Although I do feel this is a weird thing for Jay to say, this fully starts the trail, with a link to the first video in the caption, and the Twitter doing the same. But we've already seen that video, so we can move on. On the 1st of June 2023, the TikTok has Jay reminding us to look out for something on the 17th of July again. And in the caption of this post, it has a message in binary code from G saying, "Trust Jay, no one else." Now we can move on to the big day of July 17th, 2023. The Svok FH YouTube channel posts its second video too. The TikTok posts 4 videos of the abandoned house with the caption Svok FH, along with a link to the second video in the comments. Okay, let's discuss what I missed on the first part covering this video, such as when J and G are leaving the abandoned building, the audio cuts from 1613 to 1617 for seemingly no reason. Then right after that, Jay puts text on screen saying, "I don't remember this," suggesting to us that Jay has memory loss, probably due to the incident that happened. The video also abruptly cuts at 1811.
Enjoy living in it.
Well, I feel like if they want to go through like...
Oh, can we just talk about how creepy the fucking drive to this was, though?
And As I said before, at 1826 to 1827, it basically censors the name Brianna, which is weird. Who is Brianna?
No, when we're with Brianna, we're coming back from Grand Junction.
The audio then cuts again at 1941 to 1943, then at 2147 to 2149, then at 2154 to 2156, then at 2312 to 2315, and finally at 2413 to 2416. Yes, I am insane. But who knows, maybe they mean something and they're not just for scare factor. In the description of this video, there is half of a website link and the date of when the video was taken. The final thing I wanted to mention on this video is this comment. Guys, Brianna, the road, the cow, the Jacob sheep. And then the creator replies, well, one is wrong. I'm gonna be real, I have no clue what this means. Maybe Brianna went down the road and morphed into a sheep. Joking, of course, but I am honestly very stumped when it comes to this one. We'll get into the Jacob sheep later on. But there was also this other comment I saw telling us the name of the abandoned building, but I'm sure the location doesn't really matter, but yeah, that is Hartman's Castle. So this puts us in Gunnison, Colorado 100%. Okay, before we get onto the Svok Fh Twitter, sometimes the Twitter doesn't tell you who actually made the post, so sometimes it's difficult to work out who's talking and to whom. Starting off on the 7th of August 2023, the account posts, "Do you remember that day?" This is most likely G talking to J through this account. "Sometimes I look at the place. I find more bad than good. But then again, it really depends on the person, huh?" Then I believe Jay starts to respond saying, "Anytime I go to work, I pass that place. I keep forgetting about what I'm supposed to do. Why I'm mad all the time. Then just sadness, then emptiness. Then I look at everything, and I remember. I'm gonna start posting things I remember. Even if it's small. Hopefully it'll help. I've remembered something. It's small, however, I remember that I used to be friends with... I don't remember their names, but there's 4 of them. One of them, I believe, was female." I'm guessing G is also part of this list because we do not know the name of G yet, and maybe Brianna was one of them as well. As well as the last tweet, another thing happened on the 17th of August 2023. YouTuber and streamer Jack Manifold was contacted twice by the email corvid.square@gmail.com saying, "Hello Mr. Manifold, my name is not of importance as of right now. I'm here on behalf of my team to ask you if you were to see anything of our past employee and friends, to politely disregard anything they have to say, or in this case, do. They seem to think that you can help them, and we are already trying to do damage control of what they did to us. We are just trying to clear the air and get back to what we love doing. Please share this email with friends and fans of all kind to spread our concern. With much thought, corvid.square." This is the first appearance of corvid.square in this ARG, and what we know from this email is that corvid.square is a collective of people as they call themselves a team, and we as a community are told to dismiss their past employees, these most likely being J and G. This is also backed up by them saying they seem to think you can help them. And well, Svok Fh literally means help us when put through an @bash cipher. Also, whatever J and G did to escape this group must have affected them in a negative way, as they apparently need to do damage control. This email uses capitals to spell out help J. And I know it says and in capitals, and it could also be saying and C, but I just kinda doubt it. Now, you might be saying, isn't this an email from the group telling us to dismiss J and G, but also secretly asking us to help J? I believe someone from this group is going against corvid.square from the inside. Which that'll tell us maybe the people who are in corvid.square aren't treated well, and maybe are being kept in the group against their will. The second email is of the creator telling Jack Manifold about the previous email. I don't think it means anything, but I thought I'd just point that out anyway. On the 29th of August 2023, the TikTok account posted some images, 2 of these images being of people with their faces blacked out, and another one quoting the last tweets from the Twitter account. These people are most likely the friends he doesn't remember the names of. Also, I am confident that Jay is saying this because it uses their font. December 21st, 2023. Now, this is a strange 3 months later. The Svok Fh Twitter posts, maybe, soon, attached with a picture of a road. Maybe Jay is thinking about going somewhere? About 2 months later, on the 9th of February 2024, we're into a new year now, we see the account post a picture of 2 people's legs. This shows most likely G meeting up with somebody, as Jay still doesn't remember anything, and we learn later on that Jay hasn't even seen G yet. Oh, and yes, I did cross-analyse the shoes. March 22nd, 2024. What would they do? How much more and how soon can I tell you? This tweet is paired with a picture of what seems to be from the inside of a strange building. Maybe it's a hotel or a museum, but I have no idea. Just kidding, this is Hotel Boulderado in Colorado. Notice the pattern on the glass? It is a match for the hotel's lobby. Credit to Silverish Thoughts on Twitter for this discovery. Now, this is probably G speaking, but to whom? I believe G is talking to the audience, as G doesn't seem to want to tell J anything, but instead have him remember step by step, slowly guiding him to be able to remember what happened. Such as asking if he remembers the night at the abandoned house. And G is asking himself what the audience would do if they knew what he did. Another reason I think G is talking to the audience is because the account tweets right after saying, "One more thing, everything I do, and I mean everything, has a meaning. I cannot stress enough to watch and keep your eyes open, for me." As the audience, we need to help J and G. Also, can you see why now I want to cover all grounds for this ARG? The next day, J posts on the Twitter, "I thought it over and made an update video last night. I'm sorry if it's absolutely ass. I'm just so tired and stressed about all of this. I honestly don't know what to do or how to go about it. However, after making that, I think I found at least one lead to hopefully an answer. I'm charging the camera and going back to the building. I hate how this feels like a horror movie, but at least it's just me, so at least I don't have to worry about anyone but myself, and maybe the book. I also can't show anything but some of my face just yet. I have a good feeling that I'm being followed and watched right now." Jay is really going through it, being tired and stressed and claiming life now feels like a horror movie, feeling like he's being followed. He claims that he has a lead that could give him some answers, but what lead? Maybe the book? That could be the scientist's notebook they were talking about earlier. He also is going back to the building for some reason, maybe to find clues about what happened. The next day, the Twitter posts a link to this unlisted update video, along with a dimly lit photo of their home attached to the tweet. In this video, we see Jay scrolling through earth cams around Colorado, as well as a pill bottle on the side, but it's impossible to make out what medication it is. And there is also a plastic bag on the desk, which we cannot see the contents of. After cryptically showing the cameras, Jay starts to talk to us. This is the first time in video Jay has addressed us, the audience.
I'm Jay. I don't know how to start this off. But I can't let them see me yet. They can't know. I'm sorry. I have no idea how to make this. This feels familiar. The camera feels very familiar. The noises are a little too loud, I'm sorry. And I miss G. I don't know who G is. I don't know where they are. Everything is just coming back to me all at once. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to look. I've been getting strange notes. I've been getting weird phone calls from numbers I don't even know. I've been getting, like, but all I have is this camera and this book with some pages halfway finished, some pages blank, some pages just writing for pages and pages and pages and pages. And I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Like I said, it's familiar, but I don't know why it's familiar being on camera. I don't know why at the same time it makes me uneasy. I don't know why I have a book just filled with weird things. I don't know why I know these people. I don't know why I don't remember. It's just a bunch of fucking whys. It's just questions leading to more questions and to more questions. It's going unanswered. Where this G is, who they are, and why they're so important to me. It's almost 9 in the morning. I have to feed the cats and go to bed. I'll try to figure something out. It always works well in the movies, right? It should work in real life. It most definitely should. I really gotta find G. I don't know what to do. God, this sounds so fucking cheesy.
Okay, so we learn a lot from this, but we also gain just as many questions. Like when Jay says, "I can't let them see me yet. They can't know." Who is he talking about? Maybe us, the audience? Or maybe somebody part of Corvid.Square? Jay also states that the camera feels familiar, and he doesn't know why. This could be due to Jay previously filming with G on their own YouTube channel. Jay claims to miss G, although saying he doesn't remember who he is. Jay also doesn't know about the whereabouts of G either. And I have a feeling after what happened, G is trying his hardest to put a barrier between him and Jay, as he seems to be the one who caused the incident to happen. Apparently everything is coming back to Jay all at once, but he still doesn't remember the full story yet, and he doesn't know where to begin searching for clues. But from the last tweet, I think he might have decided to check out the building for clues. Jay also claims to have been getting strange notes and phone calls from numbers he doesn't know. That is certainly bizarre. He only has his camera and book, as well as memories to figure out what happened. Since this notebook could possibly be the scientist's notebook, this could be like some Gravity Falls situation where the book holds secrets about that area. That would explain the weird things they found in the book. Also, maybe someone's after the book, and maybe that's why Jay feels like he's being watched. That could be why he's checking the Earth cams. The description also reads, "I'm so tired. I haven't been sleeping well, but I've been finding nothing, and just need to retrace my steps. But where do I need to go?" And this part, when translated from Spanish, reads, "Just tell me where I went wrong." G also writes in Spanish in the description, saying, "Doesn't this sound familiar? Does us sound familiar?" This might be asking Jay if he feels the connection between him and G, as he says he's missing G and everything feels familiar. Alright, here seems to be a nice spot to end our first part covering this ARG. So far we know that J and G had a YouTube channel and were part of the Corvid Square group, and G did something between January 9th and January 18th in 2023, causing J and G to be able to leave Corvid Square and leave the group needing damage control. But this incident also caused J to lose his memories. J and G are now keeping low profiles to keep hidden from Corvid Square. It also seems someone from Corvid Square is trying to help J and G, and although nothing major happened in the abandoned building, J seems to think there is a lead there that can help him find out what happened. And we still have a lot to learn about that area, especially the hidden road and the strange looking animals. And we don't know who Jay's friends were, apart from maybe G. We also don't know anything about Brianna, but considering the name was cut, maybe G doesn't want us to know about Brianna. And at this point it looks like G is meeting with somebody. So that's what we've covered so far. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've been working on this video on and off for about a year now. So now that the first part is coming out, it's really weird. And this is only half of the script that I have written and read aloud. I love this ARG so much because you can really sense the passion within this project, and the mystery goes really deep. It's insane. I love the way it's akin to like early unfiction projects such as like Marble Hornets. This ARG actually inspired me to purchase my own camcorder, so I have that now. Of course this ARG isn't 100% perfect, but for a small indie project such as this, it's really impressive and is nothing to overlook. It makes me want to create something myself. So thank you to Create John for creating this story. I can't wait to carry on these videos covering this project. Alright, I'll see you guys later. I'll probably start a Ace Attorney series whilst I edit the second part. Alright, see you later.